Welcome to Cyberpunk in under 10 minutes. My name is Taylor, and this is a segment where I tell you all about the Cyberpunk tabletop roleplay game system in 10 minutes or less. You were reborn with a gun in your hand. The flesh and blood hand, not the metallic weapons factory that covers most of your other arm. Whether as a freelance guard or killer for hire, or as one of the corporate cyber soldiers who enforce business deals at the company's black operations, you're one of the elite fighting machines of the time of Red. Today we are talking about solos, and solos are probably the most popular cyberpunk role because honestly, they are badass. In the time of the Red, a solo may be a fourth corporate war veteran, or maybe a corporate soldier or a part of the police actions across the country. Or maybe you go Ronin, freelancing your killer skills to whoever will pay the most. No matter which profession your solo chooses, they're a lot alike in a couple of ways. They love their weapons, and they rely on their cybernetics. As the battle damage piles up, you start to rely more and more upon tech. Cyber limbs for weapons and armor, bio-programmed chips to increase your reflexes and awareness, and combat drugs to give you an edge over your opponents. For this reason, some solos are so reliant on their combat drugs that they suffer from crippling addiction, or they are now more machine than man and have to resist the urge of going berserk at any moment on someone. Opposite from the roles that we've already talked about, solos, well, they're solo. There are few people that they can trust, and as the book says, that's the price of being the best, and you're willing to pay it, because you're a solo. They've been able to survive in the time of the Red because of their role ability called combat awareness. This allows them to enhance their situational awareness in the battlefield. They have the option to use their ability points to enhance themselves in a few different ways. So first you have damage deflection, which allows you to kind of roll with the punches and reduce some of that damage that you take. You have fumble recovery, which allows your solo to recover from a mishap. This means if you roll a critical failure, yes, you still have to take that one, but you don't have to worry about that fumble that may have came along with it. Initiative reaction allows you to add your points to your initiative where you can act quicker, or you have precision attack, which is pretty much what it sounds like. You get to add your ability, however many points you want to spend, onto that attack. Whereas spot weakness is similar, but instead of spending those points to hit, you spend it on the damage, making your hit even deadlier. Then lastly, they have threat detection, and this gives you enhanced situational awareness. So each point adds a +1 to any perception check made. A solo is made to be the most deadly member in your party. So that being said, I would add some of those stats to your ref and body. This is going to make you beefy and be able to shoot anyone that you're shooting at. Pretty much it boils down that if you want to focus on guns, add your points into ref, whereas if you're thinking you want to be more of a brawler, probably go a little heavier on dex, though both very, very important for a solo. For example, Lee, our solo in TechnoShock, a 2020 now turning red stream over on Twitch, her specialty is rifle. Yes, she has a submachine gun as her backup and she can choke someone out if she needs, but her real specialty is her highly customized rifle. She has a high ref and she maxed out her point and shoulder arms, so it is nearly impossible for her to miss her target now. Also keep in mind, if your solo is the type to rely on combat drugs to help give them a little boost, you might want some more points and will so that way you don't have to deal with as many of the ill effects and risk becoming addicted to those. And assuming you want to be cybered up, put some points into EMP because you don't want to be a dead fish or completely cyber psycho before you're done with your shopping. So basically just like be good at everything. Like super easy, right? Like any role, think about how your solo became solo. Were they a mercenary who only took a certain type of job? Maybe they had some sort of tragic thing happen in their backstory that sent them into this lone wolf mentality and you gotta eat and you got a good shot, so you might as well, right? Maybe they're a part of a corporation and want to prove that, they're the best private security agent in Arasaka. Or an oldie but a goodie where they're just a bounty hunter who gets their victims before they even see them coming. Maybe give your solo a good specialization. They are a corporate solo for Biotechnica, and after years of hearing all this science jargon, they've got a pretty good handle on human anatomy, and this makes them a little deadlier because they can pinpoint all of their enemies' weak points. Throw in some good old trauma that they can overcome when they finally feel comfortable with a group. Add a little pizzazz. It'll give you a much more well-rounded and more badass character. We go more in depth into solos, how to build them, plus every role in the Cyberpunk world over on Twitch during our Techno Talk, which is a live series on Mondays and Wednesdays. Plus, don't forget about our 2020 Now Turning Red actual play stream bi-weekly on Fridays, 7:30 Central Time. If you are looking forward to playing a solo in Red, you've already played one in 2020, or you're gonna be one in 2077, then please give this video a like, subscribe, hit the button so you know everything that we are putting out to get you prepped for Night City no matter which way you're jumping into it. But until next time, be safe out there, punks.